it's not in God's plan for me and Drake to meet face to face, bro. For whatever reason. I don't know what it is. You just got to trust the Lord. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoy the concert sincerely. You know what? If I got to give a slight critique about Drake and his shows, I think Drake got too many hits for a show. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, he's not going to perform all of the songs. It's a karaoke thing. Every song he performs, like there's a part of the show he just drops the mic and lets the crowd sing. Like it's so many hits. It's more like we're all singing with him. We're not looking at him like, all right, fuck nigga, perform your song and like entertain us. It's like every song is like, oh shit, that's my favorite. Yo, bounce that shit like what? Like everybody's singing. So it's not much. I don't know how much of a performance factor he could give when people literally just want to sit there and look at him and sing along with him. The entire arena singing. Like Travis Scott got the best hip hop show. I want a Travis Scott show. That nigga's bouncing up and down like this nigga's going ridiculously crazy. His energy, everything about that show. Yes, the songs are great, but his performance is probably greater. Like with Drake, literally, he has so many hits, and I think it's Drake show me remind me of like a party / karaoke. You're either singing with them or you're turning up. But it's not about the extra shit. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. So, did I miss any other thing? Because we're probably just going to talk about the J. Cole project. So J. Cole did drop an entire project called Might Delete Later, right? And, obviously there was a bunch of tracks on there. Apparently there's a track on there called Pie. J. Cole Pie lyrics. And apparently J. Cole must have recorded this track literally in the last week or so, which I got to start giving my boy a little bit of credit. And the reason why I got to give him some credit is because, even though, because I seen they took one of the clips that was like critiquing him and how he was getting at Kendrick, and it went viral. I'm critiquing the way he went at Kendrick, but I'm not critiquing that he went at Kendrick. I want him to go at Kendrick. I can't wait till Drake goes at Kendrick. I like the back and forth. I'm just going to call it fair. And Drake is my favorite, but still I'm going to try to call it fair. And I just feel like the angle he went at Kendrick just ain't the angle to go at. You can't go at Kendrick about quality. Like that was a quality conversation. Like you harping on a bar just to really explain it to y'all. J. Cole's 7-minute drill. He referred back to a bar that was initially used by Jay-Z that was talking about Nas and calling Nas trash. He was basically saying, yo, you have a one hot album in every 10-year average. That's why he says, I think it was like your 4 albums in 10 years, nigga, I could divide. That's one, let's say two. 2 of them shits was due. One was the other was Illmatic. That's a one hot album every 10-year average, whatever he said. You get what I'm saying? That's why that bar was fire. He was breaking down, I'll go to it. Take over. That's why that was fire, right? Like Jay-Z was literally summing up Nas' career, a guy who was really dope, but he was basically saying, bro, like you're not that guy. Look, he says 4 albums in 10 years, nigga, I could divide. That's one, let's say 2. Man, 2 of them shits was due, right? 2 of them shits are garbage. One was the other was Illmatic. So out of the 4 albums, 2 of them shits is garbage. One was and then the other is Illmatic, which is a classic. That's a one hot album every 10-year average. That's an indictment. Like, ooh, shit. How you so good? You got one hot album every 10 years. That was the line that J. Cole was drawing upon. So when J. Cole comes out and says, hey, he says, 4 albums in 12 years, nigga, I could divide. Shit. If this is what you want, I mean, no. If you divide 4 albums in 12 years, what you're going to get is one hot album every 3 years. That's what you're going to get with Kendrick. I mean, all right, let me be a little fair because the Mr. Morale and Stepper shit I wasn't the biggest fan of, but the Pimper Butterfly hot, damn classic, Good Kid, Mad City classic. Okay, 3 out of 12. That's a one hot album every 4-year average. That's what we're gonna come with. Because this is why I thought it was just a misguidance on him getting at Kendrick, because Kendrick, if we're talking about catalog, has a very stellar catalog. This is going to be the problem, I think, going forward for these guys. You see, Kendrick has gotten these guys, put like this, like, these guys are competing, and we're looking at all of them like they're competing as basketball players, right? Like, oh, okay, all of you guys are competing in the league. Except they're not competing with everything. They're not competing with hits. They're not competing with sales. They're not competing with, who can make the best hook. They're competing in battle rap. And that's like a skill, right? And that skill is almost equivalent to, okay, Steph Curry going against Michael Jordan in the three-point contest. Steph Curry smokes him. But who's a better basketball player? I think a lot would say Michael Jordan, right? So this is the point I'm trying to tell you. The thing with Kendrick, while I think Drake is a better overall rapper than Kendrick, and I'm not just talking about bars, I'm just talking about overall. Remember, it's not just only, you see, lyrics and bars is only one facet, right? The thing is, Kendrick is Steph Curry. This thing you're competing with him in, he's the guy at, or allegedly the guy at when it comes to putting words together, even though to me he's kind of unproven, to be honest, right? You're competing with him in a very slither margin where you can't really compare. Number one, if we talk about who has the best albums, he's going to defeat y'all. Whose bars are the most meaningful, who got the best bars, he probably is going to come out on top of that. So it becomes a very difficult situation for these guys. How do you try to attack the guy that is... How do you beat the guy in a three-point contest who's a three-point specialist when you're the guy, like, you're a better player, but you do everything? Right? So that's going to be the problem. So when you hear J. Cole comes in and he says, yo, I'm going to talk about your discography. No, you can't. I think that's the opposite. Kendrick could talk about y'all discography. Y'all can't talk about his. His discography has not been watered down. His discography has been lyrically superior. His discography, if we go just off pure numbers, has more classics than yours. And I would say even probably both of theirs. So you can't really attack him on that. So this is the problem I think is going to happen. How do you attack Kendrick Lamar? What's the attack of him? Yes, if we're going to make a list, and we could make a list, what do you attack him on? Okay, he doesn't rap that much. I'd probably try to throw in the mix, yo, you fucking ducked a couple of, fades when people responded. You always throw stones, hide your hands. Yeah, I think those you could attack him with. But what else would you attack him on? Also, I'll put this up too. I don't know why. If I'm J. Cole, maybe this would be considered personal. And even though they're going back and forth with each other, they haven't gotten personal yet. Trust me. They're still keeping it pretty, cute, so to speak. They haven't gotten that personal yet. You know what I would say if I'm J. Cole? I would say, nigga, how the hell you turn into a hater when, nigga, I got into it with Diddy over you, allegedly. Y'all remember this? So this was the story surrounding, like, Diddy and J. Cole allegedly fighting, which people believe that, what's the name, got slapped. Says Scandal and J. Cole are typically mutually exclusive. The guy spends most of his time hunkered down in North Carolina with his wife, 2 kids, dressed like he's ready to join a pickup game at a moment's notice. But back in 2013, when he was a little bit more sociable, reveling in the fruits of being a popular rapper in his late 20s and attending large functions with other celebrities, there was one incident that quickly became infamous. It involved an altercation with the one and only Puff Daddy, the Gregarian veteran who spent much of the early 2010s reminding people that he was born in the 90s era when the rappers actually put hands on each other. While the incident spawned intrigue, it never ballooned into any real beef. In a tweet that he's still up, Puffy made a rare show of directly addressing and downplaying it. Now, 8 years later, Cole has cheekily referenced the incident on his new album, allowing fans to remember that time well to reflect and laugh while hipping new listeners to the story. On Let Go My Hands, Cole raps, "My last scrap was with Puff Daddy, Who would have thought? I bought that nigga album in the 7th grade and played it so much. You would have thought my favorite rapper was Puff back then. I ain't know shit. Now I know too much. The song features Cole telling about blah, blah, blah. Okay. So what happened back in 2013? As the story goes in MTV VMAs after party, Diddy found himself back in 90s mode when he happened upon Kendrick Lamar, who just dropped a thunderous Control verse. The one where he shouted out every one of his rap peers, J. Cole included, before declaring his intention to murder them and also crowned himself the king of New York, even though he's from LA. Puffy took offense with this flex and reportedly tried to pour a drink on Kendrick's head. Think about it. Puffy tried to pour a drink on Kendrick's head. That part has been hotly disputed, though, at which point a nearby Cole intervened and a scuffle ensued. So if I'm Cole, you was about to get sunned by Diddy, I jump in, try to defend your honor. Me and Diddy get into the squabbles, right? How dare you diss me later? Like, how dare you? Nigga, I put myself on the line for you. Nigga, I took a fade for you. How dare you diss me later? That's very disrespectful, right? Look, the scuffling ensued. Cole's right-hand man, Ibrahim Hamad, disputed some of the wilder allegations then and continues to now. Who knows? Maybe that 2020 tweet is what inspired J. Cole to finally address it. What 2020 tweet? They're talking about, let me see. Yeah. It said Diddy a scrap, blah, blah. This is Cole's manager said that's definitely not what happened. It says Diddy allegedly attempted to pour a drink on Kendrick and Cole intervened. Yeah, he's saying, Cole's manager said that didn't happen. And he said that in 2020. And recently in 2013, he had said this. The internet's a crazy place. You niggas reporting shit with no facts. Cole ain't get thrown out no party and damn sure ain't get beat up. Okay? That was when it happened. Right? But as to Cole lyrics, make clear something happened, just nothing too serious. Puffy seems to be, as they say, wilding for respect around that time. 1 year later, he had a dust up with Drake outside Club Live in Miami. The source of frustration this time, Drake's 0 to 100 song, We Think We Know, is one of his best Lucy releases, but allegedly the beat was belonging to Puff, who had contracted Drake to write some verses for him. 4 years later, Drake, much like Cole, addressed it on whack as a scuffle with the water along the bridge. And while we're here, came blah, 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 that Combs attacked. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So yeah, that was a conversation, people. So if I'm J. Cole, I'm bringing that up. If that has any merit. Yo, Kendrick, we were like brothers. I never had no jealousy of you. I stuck up for you. That's the only angle I see them having against Kendrick. Kendrick, I know you're trying to be competitive in rap, but you come off like a lazy, jealous, bitter bitch who wants to have a position that you're not trying to keep defending. This hip hop. You said you was the best, nigga. I feel I'm the best now. Rap with me. Instead, you only come on the scene when you're trying to diss. I didn't get here by dissing people. All your big moments, and that's gonna be a little knock against Kendrick. Your big moments are coming from you name dropping people, but we're not seeing you engaging in battles. So again, when you're trying to think about these angles that you could get at Kendrick Lamar, it's gonna be difficult, bro. It's super difficult if you ask me. Anyway, on the song Pie, J. Cole did say a bunch of things. Now people are saying this is going at Kendrick. Okay, so this Absol and Daylight is on the first two, pretty much, and then the last verse is Cole. Cole says, prayer hands for the land where they spraying pellets and turning your mans to an angelic. Being and freeing him from this cram hellish hole. The weather is cold from the jealous souls that fan the fellas. I danced as well as Chris Breezy when the bullets starts straying careless. I won't let him Swiss cheese me. Got plans that I can't fail at. Seen plenty bodies trembling, resembling Cam Reddish, so full of potential, but never given a real chance to develop. My head envelopes the pen. These ain't fan letters I craft. Okay, this is where he's going in Kendrick. His album dropped. It was trash. I litter it like I could spell it. Is you a demon or is that your demeanor for the gram? Tell us. They plead the fifth. I'm seeing hints of a trans fella. In cancel culture vicinity, he's no killer. Trust me, beneath his choosing identity, there's still a pussy, period. Now, this is interesting because on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, you actually see Kendrick rap about. He raps about, like, you know, some of his family issues, and, like, I think there was a trans individual in there. But it seems like this might be going to Kendrick too, right? Like, look, yeah. His album Drop It was trash. He says, I litter it. Okay? And then he's like, is you a demon or is that your demeanor on the gram? Right? This is hard to think that's going to Kendrick because I don't even think, what's Kendrick Lamar's even Instagram? I don't even know. They plead the fifth. I'm seeing hints of a trans fella. I think the trans fella thing, though, some people thought was talking about, here we go, on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, he was talking about some of that shit. Anyway, blood spilling monthly, rather weekly as a myriad of bodies drop, where bricks get karate chopped to maximize the dojo. Comprehende? Now, once you see dojo, you're gonna think Kung Fu Kenny. Like, these are the things that it's kind of playing upon some of these themes that Kendrick has almost embraced, right? So this is why people feel like these bars are going at Kendrick as well. I wonder, will my friends make it past the pearly gates? So we could kick it? But based on what their sins are, probably not. Hit lick after lick like lollipop. You niggas take a lie detect, the polygraph will probably pop. You know my zone, I live here at the top. Right now I'm home, Macaulay caught. I keep the shotty cocked in case somebody plot to rob me of this godly spot. Jermaine's monstrous, like that nigga, which is like that, you know, like that nigga of Jumanji. They probably know how we rock. All these bodies I don't call, I should probably stop. Nah, fuck that. I willingly venture into the dens of lions on some kill or be sent to a funeral home facility to test my ability with this thrilling agenda, but it's hard to meet my match when my raps ain't that tender. Since birth, the kid knew his worth. Never wallowed in sorrow, the game he dispersed. In these verses, bring a gilly potential, a milli from pencils. Never will my rap ability cripple. Now, please, hold your L like you guarding Philly's young center. Okay. Quick to leave a chick curve. It's only one of me, but I bet it's 6 hers. In my mobile device, you can feel the motive in these quotables, right? Cole is the nicest, but ain't shit about these vocals polite. Focus on the bifocals while I'm walking on tight ropes from a height. You folks only get this scope from a fight. How many verses of the year is Cole gonna write? Now, let me say this. Oh, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, chat. What the fuck? Give me 1 second. I ordered food, so they're at my gate. I gotta let them in. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna play a little
Kendrick
bit of this.
Lamar and J
Here we go.
of what it was all about.
I had to have a conversation with him. I just had to find out for myself, like, yo, what?
You came at me, dog?
What's that?
And Kendrick did explain on many occasions that his relationship with J. Cole did not change as a result of that verse.
Specifically, where are you at, like, with the J. Cole? Specifically, where are you at with a Drake or so on and so forth?
I respect their music,
Like that.
for sure. I respect them as individuals and creators.
And Kendrick seemingly wasn't lying, as some months after the Control verse, P. Diddy allegedly tried to pour a drink on Kendrick at a party. Diddy was in a drunken state and was pissed off about Kendrick's King of New York line, and J. Cole defended him. It was Cole's intervention that led to the infamous scuffle between himself and Diddy. I mean, anyone out here getting in a fight with J. Cole, of all people, you're clearly just a massive piece of shit. Let's just call it for what it is.
That verse even led to the fight with Puff and Cole.
J. Cole would mention the fight years later on a track called Let Go of My Hand.
My last scrap was with Puff Daddy. Who would have thought it?
As far as award shows for the year, Kendrick cleaned up with BET, winning Lyricist of the Year, MVP of the Year, and Album of the Year, all over J. Cole. Kendrick also clinched the #1 spot for MTV's Hottest MC, and J. Cole didn't even make the list.
With MTV, man, because you did not make the freshman.
man,
Or not the freshman list, but the hottest MC list.
Right. Inexcusable,
It
man.
is inexcusable, man. I'm like, this dude's got a gold album. Like, what do you...
Platinum single, gold album, Grammy nominated, you know.
You gotta kind of be like, come on, son, like, word.
Yeah, it was. It just let me know, like, what that whole thing was.
And I normally take these lists with a huge grain of salt, but I do think it's important to highlight just how many times Kendrick has won over J. Cole, because I feel like that feeds into the chip that's on J. Cole's shoulder in recent years. To further confirm that the two were still on good terms, they celebrated Cole's birthday in New York together, and some months later, J. Cole brought Kendrick on stage while he was on tour in LA. However, it was in that same year that J. Cole would release what many people would consider to be his classic album, and on that project, he had a few little jabs for Kendrick.
I don't play no games, boy, I ain't no joke, like the great Rakim when I make my notes.
So it's kind of similar to Kendrick's Control verse, where Cole is paying homage to a bunch of legends, and he's putting himself in the mix.
Or you might be Drizzy Drake or Kendrick Lamar, but check the birth date, nigga, you ain't the guy, Cole the guy, nigga.
This line acts as a double entendre where one, Cole inserts himself as being above both Kendrick and Drake, and two, Rakim commonly goes by the God MC, and Cole just so happens to share the same birthday, January 28th. So at this point it's just all friendly competition in the spirit of hip-hop, but it was the Control verse that triggered this type of competition. J. Cole would also make it very clear on his track Fire Squad of where he felt he was at in the rap game.
Ain't no way around it no more, I am the greatest. Lot of niggas sat on the throne, I am the latest.
Cole also makes it known that he's not afraid of anyone.
I ain't afraid of you niggas, I'll end up fading you niggas.
At the end of the record, J. Cole brings up the debate of who's really the king and claims that the crown is his for the taking.
While the people debate who's the king of this rap game, here comes Lil Old Jermaine to snatch the crown from whoever y'all think has it.
But that would not be all, as J. Cole had another subliminal for Kendrick on GOMD.
When I'm in LA, I'm the best in the West. You can test, I'ma stretch niggas out.
I mean, if we're talking about the West Coast in 2014, I don't know who else he would be talking to other than Kendrick. However, it was in this year that Kendrick would win BET Lyricist of the Year again over J. Cole, and everyone remembers the infamous Macklemore Grammy snub.
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
With all that said, as we head into 2015, talks about this joint Kendrick and Cole project are still very much alive.
Is there gonna be a Kendrick Lamar J. Cole album?
Man, definitely. I still would love to do it for sure. I talked to the bro. I don't know, probably a little bit over a month, and he's on the tour rocking, so we're gonna try to make something happen.
However, the closest thing we would get to a joint album would be on November 15th, when both Cole and Kendrick released a song each, titled Black Friday, where they're both going in on each other's beats.
Lace myself with the wisdom, my player isn't me no miss, so pay them in for performance. Different flows hit different chicks, let my bricks and hoes see me fishing chips.
Now, the feedback that we got from those records was pretty well unanimous. Kendrick going so hard I forgot Cole was on it. Sheesh. Kendrick was the destruction, J. Cole was the recovery. Kendrick was rapping like his life was on the line in this one. And I can't disagree, he really was rapping like his life was on the line and making a statement. And I personally believe that it's the element of competition further enforced by both the fans and the media that would eventually come between these two artists. As we close out the year, J. Cole would clinch BET's Album of the Year. However, Kendrick would win Album of the Year at the Grammys. I mean, they're both phenomenal projects. One got a Grammy, one got a BET award. I'm happy with it. They both deserve it. And even in 2016, 2017, talks of this joint project is still going.
There is a Kendrick Cole album.
There's a Kendrick, they got it. You know what I'm saying? They got got something in the works. They've been working on that motherfucker for a while.
And to make the fans go even crazier with anticipation, people got even more excited when Kendrick brought out J. Cole in Detroit. And just a few weeks later, TDE Punch would share a tweet saying, "I was just playing about that Dot and Cole joint. It's coming for sure, maybe. I don't know, it might happen. Probably. Actually, hit them." This joint album got teased for years and years and years. But the fans still kept up hope, as at the end of 2017, the Snowman himself was able to secure a feature from both J. Cole and Kendrick for his track American Dream.
Then I put it on plate, I'm running the game, you running in place. Lie on what is known to the traveling man.
However, Jeezy approached this record a little bit sneaky, as he didn't tell Kendrick or Cole that they would both be on the same song together.
God. Did he know Kendrick was going to be on it too?
Nah. So when they heard the finished product, you know, everybody kind of knew everybody was on the record.
And it really makes sense because J. Cole is really rapping on his verse, yet Kendrick took this very melodic approach and isn't really rapping at all. I feel like if Kendrick heard Cole's verse or even knew Cole would be on the record, he might have decided to really rap instead, or maybe it wouldn't have changed anything, as the theme of this record may not have called for that level of competing.
The American dream.
As we close out 2017-2018, Kendrick had a hell of a year in the awards category, winning BET's Album of the Year and Lyricist of the Year over J. Cole. Kendrick would also win several Grammys, but most noteworthy, Rap Album of the Year, and we can't forget that he was the first hip-hop artist ever to win a Pulitzer Prize.
Awarded to Damn by Kendrick Lamar.
And now we get a line from J. Cole where he voices his opinions about the Grammys.
The streets don't give a fuck about the Grammys.
At the time, Cole had 7 Grammy nominations with 0 wins. And then we got Kendrick cleaning up. He had like 12 Grammys to his name. You could take this line however you want. And it will be at this point where J. Cole finally shuts down the idea of a joint project and basically says that it's not gonna happen.
That's not a real thing. That's like some fantasy thing.
It's not. It didn't come from nowhere. It came from us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not like it's something that's actively happening.
And as time goes on,
has Kendrick and Cole been like staticky? I thought there was always like BFFs. I thought there was a time that Kendrick was trying to turn, not necessarily turn Cole against Drake, but like bring Cole over here like, yo, that nigga Pop, we real rappers. We care about social issues. Come over here with me. Like, yo, we belong together. Fuck that nigga. I thought that was happening for a while.
We get nothing but non-stop comparisons and questions of who's the better rapper. Who's the better storyteller, J. Cole or Kendrick? Greatest rapper of this generation, J. Cole or Kendrick? Who's the better rapper, J. Cole or Kendrick? And at the time, the overwhelming majority would say that Kendrick was the better rapper. However, outside of a Black Panther soundtrack and a few features, Kendrick is very much absent between the years of 2018 and 2021, and while Kendrick has his feet up, we see this epic shift in J. Cole, where he begins to reshape the narrative of who's the best.
Niggas been counting me out, I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips. Still no strangers to the blunt smoke, gun smoke. You niggas don't want smoke, no guts like that swisher, we just smoke. Okay, no problem, I show up on every one album, you know what the outcome will be. From this day forward, I move with a new ferocity. Yeah, I'm the GOAT, no nigga don't at me. Put on your coat, the work will get colder. This is my year, don't say I ain't told you. This is my year, don't say I ain't told you.
Something changes with J. Cole. 12 features in 2018 and 16 features in 2019, and he pretty much smoked them all. Now, the very last time these two will be heard on the same record was on Dreamville's Under the Sun, where Kendrick had an uncredited hook.
I woke up for some money.
And even in 2020, fans are still talking about this Kendrick and Cole project, and this time, TDE Punch totally shuts it down. One fan posted, "I want Lamar on an EP with Cole." Punch responded, "That's never going to happen. Another fan then asked if they were maybe planning something bigger than an EP, to which Punch responded, 0 tracks, not happening. So what was once a maybe is now just a very stern no. However, it would appear that even after all the work J. Cole put in, it still wasn't enough, as he was still being cast aside when compared to Kendrick and Drake.
Cole got rings, but I don't put
Cole one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest.
I don't put him on the level of Drake and Kendrick.
Being as competitive as he is, I feel like these opinions begin to bother J. Cole, and it helps to mold the hungry artist that we've seen in recent years. It's around this time where I feel J. Cole asked himself a few questions like, how do I want to be remembered? How do I want to close out my legacy? And do I really want to finish this thing off with a bronze medal?
I had to make a real decision. Like, have you wrote your best song? Did you leave no stone unturned creatively? And when I thought about that feeling, I was like, nah, I'm not cool with that.
And in my opinion, he made his choice, and this is where things start to get interesting. Fans started to speculate that J. Cole took subliminal shots at Kendrick on his album The Off Season.
Big stepper, nigga don't get stepped on.
Now, there were countless posts on Reddit and people on YouTube who really felt like the words "Big Stepper Don't Get Stepped On" was a direct reference to Kendrick's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. However, Cole's track came out 11 months before Kendrick's album title was even announced. So unless J. Cole had some inside information about the album title, I'm not sure how this theory holds much weight. I mean, you guys could tell me what you think. I'm all for speculating, but to me it really gotta make sense. In 2021, J. Cole would address his position of being in third place on a track titled Heaven's EP.
Some people say that I'm running third. They threw the bronze at me. Behind Drake and Dot, yeah, them niggas is superstars to me.
So J. Cole acknowledges that many people consider him as being number 3, but instead of tearing a strip off Kendrick or Drake, he tips his hat to them, complimenting their place in hip-hop.
The tale's official. The best nigga breathing it just failed to hit you. You couldn't tell cause you fell for the bells and whistles.
However, Cole makes it clear that the fans got his ranking fucked up and calls himself the hardest in the game. He goes on to explain that the people fell for the bells and whistles. This could be alluding to the many times that he got snubbed during awards, or the fact that he's been known to do very little promo when it comes to rolling out his albums. There's just nothing flashy about J. Cole. He just looks like a normal fucking dude, and very seldom is he in the media unless it's for his music.
Too much hunger, it's no wonder these niggas can't keep up. So saying yes to a feature just means I'm about to eat lunch, bitch.
In the first line, Cole references just how hungry he's become for that #1 spot, and in the second line, he alludes to the fact that every feature he does, he wraps circles around the artist requesting it.
It's been exactly 1,746 days since the last time Kendrick Lamar dropped an album.
1,855 days. I've been going through something.
Missed at the inner city, miscommunication to keep homo detector busy. No protection is risky.
After a 5-year hiatus, on May 13th, 2022, Kendrick released Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. The album received mixed reviews, but in my opinion, was his most personal and introspective album to date. I even got a t-shirt with the album on it. That's how much I like the album. Again, fans speculated that Kendrick was throwing shade at J. Cole on his track Count Me Out.
Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off.
Many people seem to believe that because J. Cole's upcoming project is called The Fall Off, that this could have been a very direct shot. And initially I didn't think this was a shot at J. Cole, but J. Cole appears to respond directly to this a little bit later down the line. With that said, J. Cole would appear to take more shots at Kendrick on Johnny P's Caddy with Benny the Butcher.
If I put your favorite rapper neck in a noose, never letting them loose.
When the track initially came out, some speculated that Cole was actually dissing Benny on his own record, but even Benny said that he felt Cole was dissing someone else.
If you ask me, he was talking to somebody.
Yep.
So the guys who everybody compared him with and put him in the ring with, like,
To me, that's who he's talking to.
I'm probably gonna go to hell if Jesus asks for a feature.
In the first line, Cole makes it clear that he's bodying anyone on a feature and even claims that Jesus himself would take a loss. One person that's imitated Jesus in the past would be none other than Kendrick Lamar.
Some see the glass is empty, I see a glass full of ether, collecting his bread and mash like he a Catholic preacher.
This line appears to be a reference to Kendrick's music video for Humble, where Kendrick is dressed up as a Catholic preacher, and you could see the empty glass and bread sitting on the table. Cole makes it clear that he sees a glass full of ether, which could be a reference to Nas's infamous diss to Jay-Z.
Oh God, the best rapper alive, headshot.
J. Cole ends off the verse to state that he's the best rapper alive.
I'm the best rapper alive. I'm the best rapper alive. I'm the best rapper alive. I am the greatest rapper alive.
Now go and ask the best rappers that died. They tell you he.
I think everybody says that though.
Never lied.
So damn great, motherfucker, I've died.
And I gotta agree with Benny. I do think he is talking to someone, and that someone, I feel like, is Kendrick Lamar. However, in my view, one of the most obvious and direct shots to date would come on J. Cole's track, The Secret Recipe.
Niggas fake, progressive, and woke. I started saying less. I had to stop it. Peeped how they profit off of racial stress.
It's no secret that the themes within Kendrick's music often reflects on racial tension and the struggle that comes with it. Drake more or less labeled Kendrick as a grifter in the past, and I feel like J. Cole is taking a similar stance.
Studio steppers moving extra on songs fake and rep.
The first line appears to be a reference to Kendrick's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, where Cole calls him out for faking the funk when it comes to the message in his music.
Niggas making threats and I laugh, that's cause you ain't a threat. Don't ask how I feel about no rappers, shit they okay I guess.
So again, J. Cole is not looking at any of these other rappers as a threat, but most importantly, he doesn't look at Kendrick as a threat.
Smoking on your top 5 tonight.
And now for the most damning piece of all, first-person shooter.
A lot of niggas debating my numero, not the 3, not the 2 on the UNO.
So right off rip, J. Cole makes it clear on Drake's own record that he's number one.
Numero UNO, me and Drizzy this shit like the Super Bowl. Man.
Now, when J. Cole refers to himself and Drake as being the Super Bowl, what two teams make it to the Super Bowl? The two best teams. By inserting himself and Drake as being the best, J. Cole is essentially omitting Kendrick from the equation entirely.
Like a kid that had bad from January to November, nigga, it's just you and Cole.
Again, Drake supports Cole's previous Super Bowl analogy by stating that it's just him and Cole in the running.
I'm naming the album to fall off, it's pretty ironic cause it ain't no fall off for me.
And now we get back to Kendrick's line on Count Me Out with his reference, nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off, and Cole makes it clear that there's no falling off for him.
Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me?
Okay, so he mentions Kendrick and Drake, but
we the big three like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali.
So this is very much a backhanded compliment. He calls himself Muhammad Ali. Now, who's Muhammad Ali? Just think about that.
The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake.
Again, as they continue to remove Kendrick from the equation, they need to be prepared for what's to come. And I can almost guarantee that Kendrick will have some form of response to this record. Guaranteed.
Everybody steppers were fucking and everybody breakfast and I'm about to clear up my plate.
I mean, at this point, I don't think J. Cole can make it any more obvious who he's talking about. When it comes to his collaboration records with Drake, there's an ongoing theme in their music that people seem to overlook, and their track Evil Ways is another example of just that.
High up in arenas where they see they faves, aka me and Drizzy Drake, we the wave.
Again, Cole is positioning himself and Drake as being the top two. So if you're Kendrick Lamar, how are you to perceive this? When two of the artists that you've been up...
By the way, this was before Kendrick dropped his song. This video was done 3 weeks ago. Kendrick dropped on Metro's project 2 weeks ago.
...against since the beginning of your career are making these style of records. Then when we look at the reality of the situation, which is the fact that Kendrick does not like Drake, how do you expect him to respond? like I said, I mean, like, I'll put my entire fucking YouTube channel on the line here. Like, Kendrick will have a response to these records.
I stay out of beef, see niggas DNA get rearranged.
J. Cole continues to bait Kendrick with the line, "See dude's DNA get rearranged," which would be a reference to Kendrick's track DNA. We can't continue to just ignore this like it's not happening. I mean, there is many signs. However, J. Cole wasn't done and even had more subliminals for Kendrick on his recent release, Might Delete Later.
Niggas swear they compare, but the truth humble. They get fuck 112, you couldn't do numbers.
In the first line, Cole references how he's often compared with someone, and that someone would evidently be Kendrick, with the use of the word humble.
Oh, bitch, be humble. Bitch, sit down.
In the second line, Cole says you couldn't do numbers, which is in reference to Kendrick's last project, where many considered it to be a flop, given the fact that it was his lowest selling album in the last 10 years.
I'm the one that niggas fear on the low ski.
In the first line, J. Cole makes it clear that certain rappers are afraid of him on the low. This ties perfectly into what Joe Budden said about Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick talking shit to anybody in the world but a nigga named Jermaine.
Heard them talking like we peers, but they grossly mistaken, and it's blatant.
In the second line, Cole points out directly that people think he's friends with Kendrick, but that it's blatantly obvious this is not the case. The reality of the situation is the two have not been seen in the same room together in 6-7 years, 0 collaborations have happened, 0 support for one another's projects.
Maybe they've been secretly beefing.
And they don't even follow each other on social media. And I don't know if they ever followed each other, but I'm pretty sure they did. And many people would argue that J. Cole made it clear in his 2021 interview with Kevin Durant that he valued his relationships with Drake and Kendrick.
I would, I don't want to be like, damn, we never kicked it, you know what I mean? Like, we never really even did nothing. So like, I'm at that point where it's like, I'm more interested in the genuine relationship.
Okay, so who does he have a relationship with today? Who's he making records with? Who's he taking pictures with? Who's he showing up on stage for? He's talking about Drake here, not Kendrick. Back in 2020, J. Cole released somewhat of a roadmap / schedule for his music. Based on the trajectory of what we've seen, he appears to be following this to a T, so before we get the fall off, I believe we'll be getting something in the form of a mixtape or EP called It's a Boy. Regardless of the schedule, I think it's safe to assume that not only will J. Cole continue to strive for this #1 spot, but that he's willing to go to whatever lengths that is needed to get there. The situation with J. Cole is something very uncommon in hip-hop. J. Cole's name is already cemented in the history books. He's extremely rich. He's extremely successful. The common path that we've seen with most artists is that at some point, they lose the hunger that they once had. J. Cole is an anomaly in the sense that his music is
Interesting. That's a pretty good breakdown. What's the dirt? Shout out to that person. Homie looked like he did a good job putting things together. I like that meticulous putting shit together and kind of coming up with an accurate narrative. Okay. All right. Anyway, we're still on this verse, right? This is the song called Pie on the album. I keep a shoddy cock in case somebody plot to rob me of this godly spot. Jermaine monstrous, like that nigga off Jumanji. They know how he rock. All these bodies I don't caught, I should probably stop. Nah, fuck that. I willingly venture into a den of lions on some kill or be sent to a funeral home facility to test my ability with this thrilling agenda. But it's hard to meet my match when my raps ain't that tender. Since birth, the kid knew his worth. Never wallowed in his game, or never wallowed in sorrow. The game he dispersed in his verses bring a gilly potential from pencils. Never will my ability cripple. I think I read all this already. Now hold your L, whatever. Okay. People thought he was talking to Future in Sticks and Stones. But I think this song's old. I swear this song's old. And I think it's something because he says, does he say Pluto in the song or whatever? Let me see. So much drama on the street, I feel the beef is random. Murder galore turned to Thor, I gotta keep a hammer. Case, weather get inclement, shots rain on the innocent. The neighbors still don't know who sent them shits. It's like a secret Santa. Me, I'm out here reaching for higher frequency, I plan to rest my feet in presidential suites or sleep in beach cabanas, skeeting on 1,000-count sheets. I'm hitting freaks in tandems. Bust them down, then throw them in the cab like they from East Atlanta. How it feel to see the flyest bitch and know he can land them. Every word I speak on beats is guaranteed to feed a fandom. Damn, he going off. Weaklings wanna walk inside my sneakers, watching from the bleachers. Only time they see the roles reverse is when they lease a phantom. Bad investment, but what could you have expected? Moms was broke, and my whole adolescence never had a lesson. 7-foot pawn shop hustles from the time collections had her stressing. I ain't gonna lie, this boy been rapping, bro. Like, just reading it, just reading it alone, you can like, yo, this nigga is... Like, some of the shit he's doing just lyrically here is superior. Bitches couldn't tell if I was poor or just bad at dressing. It was a bit of both. When I took it up top, I took an oath. I was gonna hit a lick, break bread with my dogs, and split a loaf. Damn. That's a good bar, too. And took over the game, make sure that my name's considered GOAT. Now I'm back home as the best in the world. The fall off come and hear the growth. Damn. I do like the fact that Cole is proclaiming to be number one now. Only thing that's gonna the only thing that's fucking up the optics slightly, I'm not saying he should beef with Drake, but when he stands really close to Drake, people almost feel like he's getting little broed by Drake. That's the thing. And if you're the best, you don't get little broed. You know what I mean? It's like when Kobe really felt he was like the best, he wanted to be the guy on the team. He didn't want to stand next to Shaq anymore. You know? Is this the one? They got to hide their face. It was predicted a nigga to fall. Turns out that was not the case. I'm rocking a mask with a lot of cash. I look like I robbed a bank. Can't even rob the bank that I use. My money's not with Chase. Foreign deposit safes. I'm writing this shit on a private plane. Sometimes I'll be flying commercial still. These things get rich and become so detached. Their music start having that surface feel. Not a subliminal, speaking in general. Feelings get hurt when words get spilled. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but saying my name in a verse will kill. Word to the wise, nigga, we heard all them lies before. My number one comes from albums. Theirs is burgers and fries to go. Go against me, your odds is low. Who is this to? My number ones come from albums. Theirs is from burgers and fries to go. We could think of it like one of these artists has gotten a deal to, like a McDonald's meal or whatever. Or you could think of it like, nah, he's just using a regular fast food reference. Yo, my number ones is from albums. Your number ones is from fast food spots. Go against me. Your odds is low. I don't even got no ops for real. Nigga, just give me my props for real. I just did everything. I'm about to chill. Count the mills in my crib on top of the hills. Mad chips, cash rich, my stack thick. I'm Dr. Phil, stash thick. I'm Steve Harvey. Bad bitch, 2 friends, hat trick, called 3 bodies, and tell them to go like they E40. Damn, okay, that boy's going off. That boy for sure going off. We paid attention to the 7-minute drill, but there was other shit in here, clearly. Hey, Drill, if you in here, you were sending me some subliminals and shit that he had in his shit. What is this? Okay, here we go. Oh, The Truth and the Bees, that's the one. Okay. So he starts off by saying, niggas ain't about to outwork me. Go to sleep late, still waking up early. Look at my belly, I'm hungry. Y'all niggas desperate and thirsty. You can't even tell there's a difference. Hungry is when you're relentless. Even when your idols look you dead in the face and tell you you can't, you know that he meant it. But when you cold, you attempt it. Come, let me show you a template. I had to grow out the concrete. I had to stroll through the trenches. Then he said, I can't do edibles. My head's spinning too much. Fell off the pedal, said I'm never get back up. Done trying to be perfect. That shit's exhausted. An infinite force that nitpicking niggas get lost in. I'm scribbling thoughts. My pencil is sharpening. Trust my pen. Been trying to limit the crossing. The best part of making this cake is licking the frosting. And Barry been saying he love when I spit like I'm what? And Barry been saying he love when I spit like I'm dark skinned. And you know what he mean. I got a 34 waist. I had a 40 jeans. Somehow I still got too big for my britches and I tore through the seams. There go my Achilles heel. Been trying to do everything. Thank God for my nigga LB. What would I do with no team? I wouldn't do anything. I would just sit on this music and hold it, wait for some perfect moment, wondering why he ain't came. Meanwhile, the world done changed. Suddenly, songs I was loving last year don't feel the same. Somebody feel my pain. Somebody say I changed. All these years done passed. I hope I ain't still the same. All these songs I'm on, ain't nobody killed Jermaine. Ooh, this is where I think he's getting at Kendrick. He says, please, somebody say I changed. All these years done passed. I hope I still ain't the same. All these songs I'm on, ain't nobody killed Jermaine. Isn't that rather strange? I wrote a number of bad refrains, but isn't that life, dude? Make a few hits, but you gotta live through the strikes too. Instead of pretending I'm some incredible nigga, I just let him hear it all. I just let him hear all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the strong, the weak, it's me. The nigga that thought of it, all the portrayals of anything, different or fraudulent. You want to tap into your greatness? Well, here's the starter kit, the fall off. How many bullets can fit in the cartridges? I'm letting them off on intentions to rip through your cartilage. My nigga just told me you're tripping for thinking of calling quits. Whoa. Yeah, this nigga's rapping, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the best Cole rapping. So I saw some J. Cole fans getting mad at me. They're like, yo, you said Cole's peak was Forest Hills Drive. And when I said that, it wasn't necessarily just about rapping. That was his peak in him as an artist. What I think he's trying to strive for now, he wants to be the best rapper. I think, you know, when you think about Take Care isn't one of the best albums because it was just best rapping. Like, it was an amazing album because it was a great balance. I think Cole these days, he only wants to prove himself lyrically, hanging bar for bar, going toe-to-toe with these guys, and that's a rapping conversation. That doesn't mean he's at his peak when it comes to song-making ability to send third. I think he is rapping bar for bar like he could compete with anybody. That nigga look like he's trying to rap himself out of poverty, and he's goddamn filthy rich. But that's not the only thing that goes into being an artist, you know? So, again, I'm going to salute him on his rapping, but I do think his peak was 2014 Forest Hills Drives. Like, to me, a peak for any artist is going to be when you could still lyrically display your dexterity, your potentness, how good you are, but you're not just, like, making a bunch of freestyles, right? Like, you're also making dope songs. You're also, you know, doing what an artist does, which is use that one tool of rapping great to allow you to open up and do much more things, which I think back then on Forest Hills Drives, I definitely think that Cole did. And for the people who are just saying that just because he's rapping the best now, he's the best, no. Okay. Cole has little to no hits. I'll hop in the Discord. Have y'all been in my Discord recently? Hop in the Discord, people. Let me see. The hell is going on in Discord? There's mad people in this bitch.
Oh, check Queen.
I'm paid.
Oh,
and I travel.
Hold on, let me get the list, nigga.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, shit,
nigga got the hoodie. I got. Listen, people travel.
Let me get the list.
Hold on.
Get in between. I feel like you have angles or something.
Yo, well, let's go to my Discord, bro. Like, yo, my Discord is like, I feel like I'm buttoning on niggas' dates. Yo, niggas is on here wild and niggas just mentioned the honey pack. Yo, if you wanna,
What's good? What's good?
hold on, I'm going to my own shit. Yo, hey, if y'all wanna have a good time on Discord, man, I think I just went in the Discord. I think my nigga Kyrie risen something up. I go on some other shit. Nigga told the chick he got the honey pack for her. Like, yo, this shit is crazy over here on Discord. Anyway, I am gonna try to have a discussion just about music here, and perhaps some of the people who like, either Kendrick or Cole or even Drake. I would like to hear you guys. I don't like to be an echo chamber on this because I feel like we got a couple of
what I told you about Kendrick, he a bum ass nigga.
How?
I've been told you Kendrick we out here with Kendrick. I've been saying that.
Wait, why do you think he's a bum?
He never been original. I've been saying he copy Wale. Cole told y'all that all his music is trash. This the first thing. He ain't him. I've been so happy seeing niggas actually pointing out like, yo, this nigga Kendrick really ain't him. It was all facade. You know I hate Kendrick more than anybody. I hate two niggas in this rap game. I hate Kendrick and Eminem. I hate these overhyped niggas.
Wait. So
like this nigga Kendrick is a bum. The nigga can't rap. He just do all that hoop-de-hoop shit. Big Sean told y'all that shit, and nobody ain't want to listen in.
You're thinking that Kendrick cannot rap? Are you serious?
Big Sean told y'all this.
No, I think he says.
Then came back and cut his ass on the DJ Khaled album.
I do think he got the better of Kendrick on Holy Key, but Control was a lyrical lashing. It was a beatdown.
Because he did all this hoop-de-doop-de shit and named a couple of niggas' names. He never out-rapped Wale on MMG tapes. Kendrick always been overhyped. Nigga can't really rap. Oh.
No, you're tripping. But that's what Big Sean tried to make that point, but he didn't say it was trash. He was just saying that Kendrick, which I do think he has a point to a certain extent. Kendrick has a style that people are easily impressed by, right? He's like, yo, what he said, this is Holy Key. He says, straight up, late nights mixed with early days. It'll probably be that way until a pearly gate. Stress waiting on me. They want a nervous break. These hoes showing fake love when I prefer to hate. Sheesh, at least if you're real, then I have to respect to realize the energy is what you give when you manifested. Where is it at? He says, well, I hear a little bit of me in all your favorite rappers. You know it's true. I deserve respect. Where is it at? He said, I think it was this. I thought it was this song. Or was it No More Interviews? Was it No More Interviews?
It was either that one. I think it was either that one, No More Interviews. He really addressed that. But I think it was on this one. He said, y'all get all excited for all that hoop-de-doop-de. Man, that's all he do. Man, a nigga who start rapping a little fast, change his voice mid-sentence. Y'all like, oh my gosh, he's spitting. But the majority of the time when this nigga Kendrick be rapping, he don't talk about shit.
Yeah, I forgot what the line is. Chat, let me know if you don't remember what song it was. It was basically, oh yeah, right here. He said, I'm not impressed with the whoop-de-doo. I don't even know who is who, and I can't pretend I'm hip to it. No hula hoop. I can't even lie like I like the shit like I usually do. And I'm not just impressed by you niggas rapping fast who sound like one big asthma attack, but trash when I'm rapping it back. Who you put in your top 5 and claim they the savior rap. Yo, that was a shot at Kendrick's head. That was a shot at Kendrick's head. Yo, Cole, with all due respect to Wale can't lyrically keep up with these niggas. Big Sean is probably the only nigga who could lyrically keep up that ain't in this competition. And if he want to get in the top 3, maybe not career-wise, but just the bars, he got to fire off on all these niggas. That's what he got to do. See, I can't act like I'm not impressed with the whoop-de-whoop, or I don't even know who's who. I can't pretend I'm hip to it. No hula hoop. And I can't even lie. Hold on, I'm going to try to play, but just only that part. Yeah. No more interview. Nah, he went crazy on that shit.
I don't know who's who, and I can't pretend like I'm hip.
That was directly.
Like I said, yo, we done with Kendrick Lamar. We done with Kendrick Lamar, man. We getting him out of here. Man, they take a nigga from the Carolinas to get these lame ass, bum ass rappers who y'all hype the fuck up because he from LA to get the fuck out of here. Cole bringing back real music.
Yo, I'm wondering if Kendrick Lamar was a little bit more active, right? If he was a little bit more active, would people not give him the flack? Because I think some people are looking down on his effort and they're like, yo, bro, so you're telling me you're going to promise us that the only reason why you ain't put out a lot of music is because you was on TDE. You then drop one album and disappear for a year. And then so in 6 years, you gave us one album and then you disappear and come back with a diss song? Really, nigga? Like, you're not active enough to be doing diss songs. Like, a diss song is like having like a dunk contest, bro. If you didn't play half the season, you shouldn't be allowed to be in a dunk contest. Dog, you not even dropping frequently. Why the hell you just want to pop up like, oh, niggas should respect your battling, or you requesting the battle, or you challenging someone to battle? You know what I'm saying? Somebody says,
Like I said, at this point, you might as well call Kendrick Lamar the Kwame Brown of the rap game, because he was an overhyped #1 draft pick that y'all put on the pedestal. And when the time somebody actually come in and battle tested Kendrick, nigga don't know what to say. Nigga went missing.
Yo, you are tripping. And by the way, somebody just said some dope shit. They said Big Sean was supposed to be in this whole mix, but he gave up. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna be an unpopular take. I think Big Sean. I think this is why to be great, you could never really truly be happy. You need something to inspire you to want more, to yearn for more, and to go for more. It has to be something that's unfulfilled. And I think when Big Sean got with Jhené Aiko, that brother got happy, bro. He made like a little group album with her, and then he just wanted to go have some babies. And good for them, kudos for them, I'm happy for them. But his hunger to dominate rap and to be the best, that fire was extinguished. And I hate to have to blame that on a situation that probably brought so much joy to him. But let me tell you this, man. Anytime you see these guys, they have because people live other lives outside of this rap shit. Once he found his love and his situation, bro, he stopped coming to rap like how he used to, if you ask me.
Let's be real. You gotta stop saying Big Sean gave up. He got spanked up. That's what happened.
By who?
Okay.
By who?
Him up. Come on, bro.
Who? Stop that with that bullshit about Kendrick. Stop it. Big Sean was bullying this nigga.
Yo, Kendrick.
Cut it out, bro.
Yo, to me, hold on. To me, they of course had like a little, little tension there. But you think that Kendrick just
No.
How?
Heck, y'all have amnesia. Y'all didn't hear the Heart Part 4 when that nigga said little boy, he was packing that nigga up.
Okay. And I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, of course, that's one of the
Niggas like to say that Kendrick not battle tested. And actually they say that about all three of these niggas.
Nah.
Wait, hold on,
do you call that ballot?
These niggas are so good that they sometimes when they battle niggas, they just annihilate niggas and wipe them out.
No,
Like,
bro. If you're sneak dissing to the point that it's really hard, like, bro, no, that ain't battling.
The Big Sean thing wasn't a sneak diss gang.
Huh?
The Big Sean shit on the Heart Part 4 was not a sneak diss.
Yeah, but it's just like, okay, it's a diss, but it's not like battling. That's battling? That's battling to you?
Bro, come on. Y'all like to move the goalposts.
That's not battling.
This beef shit, so it's so fire, but y'all make
Meek and Drake battle. This wasn't battling. That was, I'm gonna diss you on my record, but battling is, what's your response?
So what you saying is, for it to be a niggas battling or going back and forth, it's beef. Niggas is not about to stand on the stage and rap at each other.
No, I'm saying niggas dropping songs with the expectation that the other side will respond and you will respond back to their response until the crowd or the referee, there's no referee, until people call it. It's over. What happens with Kendrick?
The Heart Part 4 did that to Big Sean.
Kendrick has a bad habit of calling people out. They drop whatever to respond, and then he takes either sweet time or he doesn't respond at all, and then responds vaguely 2 years later. That's not a battle. What 2-year battle are we talking about?
The Heart Part 4.
Yo, you just pretty much said that Kendrick Lamar is a beta ass bitch. He one of these wannabe internet like a fucking chihuahua. All he gonna do is fucking bark. Then whenever a nigga jump back, this nigga gonna run into a hole and wait till shit to cool down and pull back out. Kendrick Lamar is a fucking chihuahua. He's a barking fucking cat.
Wale, as a Fair Carolina nigga, I'm gonna tell you this, Wale. I fuck with J. Cole, but if Kendrick did one verse on another nigga's album and made a nigga drop a whole surprise album, what that tell you, bro?
No. I'll tell you what. Wait. I'll tell you what it tells me. It tells me that guy wants to engage. That guy is saying, hey, let's not act like you're gonna throw those shots and we're gonna keep moving. Matter of fact, nigga say I could drop 2 classics. I think Cole, he literally says a warning shot. He's begging Kendrick to say, pussy nigga, you've been acting like you wanted the smoke. Let's do it. It's out in front of everybody. Let's do it. Now, here's the thing. Every time when Kendrick get reverse called out, he the one be like, yo, why he say fuck me for? He always do that. Why he say fuck me for?
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Truth.
No, he doesn't.
You Drake fans be just making up shit.
Wait, hold on.
Where you get that from?
Bro,
hold on.
Right before you say that, let me ask you this, and that's what I'm going to say. This is why I think he's doing that. Will Kendrick respond to this body of work by J. Cole? And if he does respond, in what time period?
I would be surprised if he do. But if he do, it's going to be 2 years from now.
He has to.
No, it's not. It's not going to be 2 years. It's not going to be 2 years from now.
I say 3. I say 3.
Two things. It's not gonna be fucking 3 years from now.
You're right. 4.
Y'all playing with the nigga. Y'all playing with this nigga Kendrick, bro. Stop it. I'm so glad you got in this call, bro.
He ain't barking cat. Kendrick Lamar is a barking cat.
Hold on, one at a time. Come on.
Akita, you know what's funny about this, Akita? The funny thing is the nigga only dropped one verse and got these niggas out here spooked and panicking and making. They done moved the goalpost 6 times, nigga. Nigga can't get one deal going off.
Yo, I hate. When this is
you was the first nigga coming
hold
in wartime.
Hold on. Say, I hate when Kendrick Lamar fans start doing mental gymnastics to excuse. To excuse.
Do you hear yourself right now, Act?
Yo,
do you hear yourself, bro?
Yeah, all right, hold on.
Ain't no way, bro.
I'm gonna give you a comparison. You see, everybody loves when Kendrick drops a control or a verse like this, where he's overtly being on some tough guy aggressive, y'all niggas is trash, I'll kill you, murder you, till the niggas he's talking about say, I pussy, do it now. Oh, you're doing too much. Why'd you drop a whole album for Kendrick? He only dropped a verse. No, nigga, he said he's finna murder us. Let's go. That's what Cole is saying. Let's go.
Yo, you my best friend. I don't want to do it. That's what he's saying.
No. He's saying some warning shot.
We gotta stop with this rhetoric, bro.
No,
we gotta stop with this rhetoric. J. Cole dropped the whole. Y'all niggas gotta stop saying.
Bro, you up here dick sucking Kendrick Lamar. You sound like a fucking goofy. Talking about, he dropped the album. You sound dumb as fuck.
Yo,
y'all niggas gotta stop saying that J. Cole.
Y'all niggas want to get mad.
Here's the point.
Niggas gotta stop saying that J. Cole dropped the whole EP in response, bro. He been at that shit lying.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hold on. I'm gonna undo the mental gymnastics that all Kendrick fans are gonna do, because y'all like to act like he's fucking up the game with a minimalist like approach. Yo, look. Of course he's the best. He fucked up the whole game with just control. Everybody else was. No, motherfucker, he was direct and called niggas out, saying they basically ain't on his level and he gonna kill them. And they all was saying, well, kill us now. And then he just went away. That's the difference.
No, that's not. See, that's the thing. That's you doing some gymnastic bullshit over there. Let me break down what you just said.
Hold on, but I asked you the question, when is he gonna respond back to J. Cole?
What did your favorite rapper do? He went and did an interview, nigga. He went and did an interview after that.
Yo.
Niggas want to hear bars.
Yo. Okay, all right.
Shit, man. Niggas want to hear bars.
Yo, we're in that time again. Drake will respond. He will respond. But Cole responded. You didn't only call Drake out, you called out Cole too. Cole responded and literally said, you're fucking trash and he'll body you. He said he don't want to, but he will. What does Kendrick do? Yo, this is my problem with Kendrick fans. Kendrick fans, they look at the fight as, yo, Kendrick swung first, but the nigga beat his ass afterwards. Why are you not? He never threw another punch afterwards. What? Yo, here's my thing.
What do you mean beat his ass?
No,
he beat his ass. Nigga, he sent the warning shot, bro.
I'm using an analogy. The analogy is this. Kendrick always starts off by being super explosive, disturbs the culture. Everybody's talking about it. People never run from him. They're never said, oh my God, he's too good. They're always saying, all right, cool. Let's engage. What did J. Cole just do? This is a warning shot. Let's engage. What's up? Isn't it on Kendrick? I'm asking this question. Let me finish asking the question. Isn't it on Kendrick? Isn't it on Kendrick to now respond back to J. Cole? Because J. Cole is saying, I will handle the smoke.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
And you think he about to drop something? Stop it.
Yes, but here's the deal, bro. I'm gonna break this shit down for you, okay?
Kendrick is on sabbatical.
When Kendrick put out his verse on Future's joint, right? It was a bait. It was mainly a bait at Drake, though. Like, J. Cole is still part of the big three, but his main target is Drake, bro. Drake is generally considered in the first spot, bro. Like, let's
mental gymnastics
right now. However, hold on. Let me finish breaking this shit down, though. However, J. Cole is still part of the three that he dissed in the song. So he can't fucking fumble back or fall back, nigga. When J. Cole decides to diss him on the song, he needed to have some shit lined up. Kendrick is one of the biggest fucking artists on the planet, bro. He is not dumb enough to go and poke a fucking beehive and not have contingency plans already lined up.
Yo,
like, fuck out of here, bro.
Mental gymnastics. I'm gonna also throw some facts that, again, I want you guys to get your best Gabby Douglas on right now, like no Diddy, because you're gonna have to try to explain this. Remember, on Control, he called out several individuals. Big Crit dropped Mount Olympus. Meek Mill dropped Ooh Kill 'Em. Lupe Fiasco responded. Did we see any type of get back, come back? Yo, this is what I gotta say back to you from Kendrick, the guy who called them out by name, saying, them niggas, he's down to murder. If you tell me you about to fight,
because he's a fucking ass. He's a bitch.
Akid, I got him with this one.
Go ahead.
Let's ask the chat this. Out of those niggas that you named, how many of those niggas are still around that we even remember the fucking song?
Why name them on the track? He said this shit goes for Big Crit, Pusha T, Wale, ASAP Rocky, and Drake.
We talk about shit that happened this week, gang. You keep bringing up this old shit.
Okay, no, hold on. I'm bringing it up to add context. No, you gotta add context. No.
Put it back on his head and then
listen, you have to have context, because Kendrick fans will constantly do mental gymnastics to act like he is a lyrical savant, but they'll say like, yo, when he dropped Control, it fucked up the game. Yeah, it fucked up the game because niggas do subliminals now, and he called niggas out directly. Here's how it fucked up the game even more. When they try to return some shots at him, he didn't respond.
My nigga, you talking about niggas that's not worthy of response. Why are you even
Lupe?
Do you hear yourself?
Lupe Fiasco, bitch.
Bruh. So now you saying that bullshit, Kyrie. Kyrie, why you saying that bullshit? You sound like a fucking idiot. He was like, oh, well, why he got to respond back? You come fucking name. Bro, if you say my name, I'm going to come back and bust you in your fucking mouth. Like I said, that Kendrick Lamar is an internet gangster. He's scared of the smoke. And y'all hype that bitch up.
You asking me why Kendrick didn't respond to niggas that didn't last 5 years after Control today? That's what you asking me today. Today you asking me about niggas that did not last in the industry that long enough.
I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to back it up for their career in terms of today. I'm saying that I'm establishing a pattern of behavior from Kendrick. So the pattern of behavior from Kendrick is one that really doesn't want to get in a rap beef.
Okay.
It's one that really don't want to get in a rap battle. It's one who wants to create moments and run.
Make a point against that one point you just made. You said you made a character analysis of Kendrick, and you said You broke down what his usual things to do is, right? So
his MO, his modus operandi.
Let me finish, please. Let me finish. Would you not say this last verse on this last song like that did not break that character analysis that you said you claim that you have all together there?
No.
Is this not some new shit? This is not different level?
No. To me, this is Control again, except he's calling out the top 2 people in that big 3. This is Control again. It's the same thing. You got to control your internet connection, bro. Who is that?
Okay.
What?
But his internet know he's saying so much bullshit right now. The shit want to cut off.
So let me ask you this then, right? If you feel that way, right?
I'll judge Kendrick off his next move, not this move. If he comes back and he responds to J. Cole, I'll be like, you got it. But I think Kendrick won't respond.
That's you. You're literally picking up the goalpost and running 100 fucking yards right now.
I'm telling you the same thing. I said, to me, Control, which is a cultural disruptor that called people out, that almost set the stage for a battle. When niggas responded, he didn't answer. Okay? Now he's done the same with Like That, but he did it for 2 people in particular. The other 2 people in the quote-unquote big 3. Both of them are going to respond. Now, will he take their response? And one of them already did. Will he take their response?
Yes, he will respond.
What I will say
yes, he will respond.
Yeah, when?
What I will say to that point, right, is as a Kendrick fan, I'm a fan of all 3 of these niggas. I just love hip hop. But what I will say is I will be highly disappointed in Kendrick if he does not respond in appropriate timing to whatever comes out, especially after this. And the clock for Kendrick's response to anything is after the next Metro project, right? We don't know if he's going to be on it, but that's when I'm going to open up the clock. Okay, now, whatever these, like, thank you, J. Cole, for responding to keeping this shit interesting. Because to be honest, let's be real. If J. Cole didn't say nothing, we probably would have moved on from this if that next Metro and project didn't happen.
Hey, hold up. Make no mistake by it, and this is no inside information or nothing. Aubrey, Drizzy, Drake, Graham, that nigga ain't ducked nothing in his fucking life. He will be coming back in full force addressing this fuck nigga. Factuals, okay? No diss gets ignored. Trust me, okay? So, Drake is gonna respond. He just know he's the big dog. A nigga dropped the album, it did alright first week, but it's not that remembered. Nigga went on tour. We haven't seen him since. Now he popped back up with a diss and expect Drake to respond in three days? No, nigga. Drake gonna respond, nigga. And when he do respond, it's gonna be a good day. But he ain't ducking shit.
Gang. This is why I like this shit. Because it's really not about who really win right now. We just gotta see. It's all about everybody's next move. And we gotta respect Kendrick because he made the first move where it's like we know he caused the conversation, was like, nigga, you don't have to, we're not talking about nobody else but us 3 right now. Nigga.
It definitely is chess. I'll give you that. It's definitely is chess.
Because I feel like with the Kendrick verse, right, what happened was he put Drake in a position where, okay, you can choose. Now I've made you have to take a choice. You have to choose to either directly ignore me, because you know I'm talking to you 2 niggas. It's only you 2 niggas to talk to. So either you're gonna have to directly ignore me and choose to go at the lesser niggas on this album who you feel like you might have an issue with, or you can go with the person that the people want to see you go with.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's what the test move is.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd be shocked.
Man, so I ain't gonna lie. F the big 3 is only big me. Kendrick, man, I've been listening to that song almost every single day, bro. But, man, Cole took his shots first. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Cole versus Kendrick. Who do we have winning that? You feel me? Kendrick be disappearing for like 5 years, not returning. You feel me? You feel me? They said that he dropped the mid-steppers. And then you got Drake. Overall, Drake is the biggest. He's the GOAT. He's like, you feel me? Unless it's like, I don't know. All of them could like tour like out of the US. But like Drake is like Drake, bro. He got in pop, hip hop, more mainstream, more popular than all of them. Like, you can't really compare, like, you could compare Drake to outside of rap, to like the biggest like global superstars. But like, I mean, I guess you could do the same for Kendrick and J. Cole, but like at a mid tier, at the top of the top tier, you could compare Drake to the tops. You feel me? Which it gets crazy, man. You feel me? It's basically Future and all those people versus J. Cole and Drake. And you feel me? I hope Drake takes his time to make a good ass diss track to address everything, or an album, and just address everything, bro. Like, if you peep, Drake's tour is finally done. So it's scary hours, man. It's motherfucking scary hours right now. We don't know what Drake's gonna drop, but it's gonna be, Drake is the GOAT. So whatever he drops, you feel me, it's gonna be like that, because he is the GOAT, the best, the greatest of all time. Who's better than Drake? You feel me? Like how Big X top 5 is Drake. Mine is Drizzy Marley. Drizzy, yeah. The kid from that one show. Yeah. Drake. That one Canadian dude. The half black, half Jewish dude. That's my GOAT. Like, what? Like, come on, bro. But, let me know how you guys feel about everything, bro. Who is the number one guy out of these people, bro? Like, I need the number one for rap, the number one overall, and like the number one for like bars. Like, who got the best bars? Like, if you told me that Kendrick or J. Cole got better bars than Drake, I won't be mad. Overall, we all know who the GOAT is, but like, have like different like subsections. One might be better than, you feel me, than him in that thing, but overall, we know who the GOAT is. Come on, dog. But let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about everything. It's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.